Hello, football fans. Would you believe, as Don Adams once said, would you believe that we are 2 weeks away from the end of this season? but um, but yeah, there's only 2 weeks left this season. The home stretch is really getting is upon us, and week 15 was very eventful. 5 teams clinched the playoffs this year. Five. And one division was clinched to start the week. Baltimore, in the last Thursday night game of the season, they trounced the Jets to reach the postseason. To reach the postseason, excuse me. To win the division. I mean, to win the division. They already made the playoffs. They won the AFC North with their big victory over the Jets. This is also the 10th straight win. 10th. They haven't lost since September, which is amazing. Even more amazing, it was the Browns that beat them in Baltimore, which also proves that Baltimore has flaws. I mean, they're basically Lamar and Tucker. That's it. But they're 12-2. They had the best record in the league, and they're this close to home field. They're a win away from home field. Um, as I said, 5 teams made the playoffs in Week 15. One of those 5, the Green Bay Packers. The Packers beat the Bears because we always do. And with that and the Rams getting trounced at Jerry World, put the Packers into the playoffs for the first time since 2016. 3 years isn't that long, but considering that the Packers have the best quarterback in the league today, it's like an eternity. And it's because of bad defenses and an idiot coach that we finally fired last year that Rodgers kept from January and February football, but he's gonna be playing in January and February this year. The Seattle Seahawks made the playoffs when they beat the dead Panthers, that poor team, and San Francisco made it, but not because of anything they did. This was a crazy game. They were playing the Falcons, and it was a close game, strangely. And the Falcons actually had a chance to win. They were down 5, had the ball last, and in the last few seconds, they threw a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper, but it was ruled incomplete because the ball hit the ground. So with 5 seconds left, Matt Ryan throws this pass to Julio, and it looks like it's a touchdown, but the original call is he didn't get in, and the Niners won. But upon further review, it looked like that Julio just did break the play. So they ruled that he broke the play just barely, and it's a touchdown. And 2 seconds left, the Niners get the kickoff, and they do a bunch of hours because you gotta do anything to win. Get a few hours, get far, or try to go all the way, or get far enough to cause like a defensive penalty to put you in field goal range, possibly. Instead, the one lateral goes awry, and it ends up with the Falcons with the ball in the end zone for another touchdown. So, with 5 seconds left, the Falcons were down 22-17, and they ended up winning 29-22 because of back-to-back touchdowns. Oh, Atlanta. If you're a Falcons fan, you're asking, where was this all year? Atlanta, for the most part, lost to everybody and anybody. Yet, in the last few weeks, they've beaten the Saints and the 49ers both on the road. Thank God I'm a Packers fan because we're too good to lose to Atlanta. um, and speaking of Packers, we are now very much alive in the race for home field now. Because you have the Packers at 11-3, the Niners at 11-3, and Seattle 11-3, all tied up together. Now, where do these teams stand at right now? Well, Seattle. Oh, I forgot about the Saints. They're 11-3 now because they won Monday night, big time against the Colts. So they're also 11-3. So you got 11-3 teams. But where do these teams stand currently in the standings? Well, Seattle is the new number 1 now because they and the Niners are tied, and that overtime Monday night win a few weeks ago, that's the tiebreaker at the moment. They have a better conference record than the Saints, They have the same conference record as Green Bay, but they have us on the common games edge. For those who don't know much about the NFL's tiebreakers, common games is when two teams is a common opponent is a team that has played both of the tied teams in the same season. For example, both the Packers and the Seahawks have played the Niners. We lost to them; they didn't. I think that's the main difference because both teams played Carolina and beat them, and both teams played Minnesota and beat them. That's San Francisco. That's the difference right there. So because of that, Seattle is number one ahead of Green Bay. Green Bay is number two ahead of New Orleans because of conference record. Um, New Orleans is 8-3, and they will not play another conference game until the final week of the season. Um, Green Bay is now 8-2 in conference play, and our next two games are in the division. Those are also conference games. So that's why we're number two over New Orleans, which means San Francisco is knocked out to number five, a wild card position. And if those hold, they'll have to go on the road to play Dallas, who's in first place at 7-7. Yes, Dallas and Philly both won, so a three-game losing streak is snapped. From both three-game losing streaks are snapped, and now it's a. Well, actually, no. I take that back. Philly's won back-to-back games now, but Dallas broke their three-game losing streak, and they've maintained first place in the division by virtue of that head-to-head. And they play each other Sunday. That's going to be very interesting. New England clinched the playoff spot because, of course, they did. They had to cheat to beat the Bengals. That's how pathetic that team is. They had to spy on the Bengals. There's no need to spy on the Bengals, but they blasted them. But you know who else made the playoffs? Buffalo. Buffalo got a big 17-10 win in Pittsburgh, and remember, this is the same team who went 17 seasons, 17 years without making the playoffs. They were the last team to make the playoffs in this century in any sport, and now this is their second postseason appearance in 3 years. And they didn't need Andy Dalton's help to do it. They controlled their own destiny. They needed a win, and they got it. So as of now, four playoff spots have been clinched in each conference. Two left in each conference, four total. And a lot can be solved in week 16. A lot can be solved in week 16. Oh, before I forget to mention this, congratulations to Drew Brees. Not only did they blast the Colts, but while doing so, Drew Brees became the all-time career leader in touchdown passes. He reached he threw number 540 early in the third quarter, and he added another one, so he has 541. So again, many congratulations to Drew Brees. That's the second time he's actually set a record on Monday Night Football. It's amazing. But yeah, back regarding Week 16, a lot can be settled on Week 16. Um, I said I think pretty much three divisions can be locked up. In Week 16. New England can win the East Saturday. All they can do is beat Buffalo. Dallas and Philly, they play each other in a rematch. Now, this is very important. It's very important for both teams because if Dallas beats Philly, they win the division and they don't have to worry about the following week. They can relax, and a little less ridicule will be removed from them as well. If they tie, Dallas will still be the first place team, but they'll have to win next week to win the division. If Philly wins, then it's a whole new can of worms here, because a Philly win means all they have to do next week. Excuse me. A Philly win means that all they have to do in the final week is win, and they get the division, and Dallas will be out on their asses. Probably so too with Jason Garrett, though we know how Jerry Jones is with him. So Dallas needs to win. Dallas needs to win to get that division and just put Philly in the rearview mirror. The final Monday night game of the season, the final Monday night game of the decade, Packers at Vikings. And it's a great scenario for the Packers. All the Packers have to do is beat the Vikings, which we wrote the book on, and boom, we'll win the North. It's as simple as that. And a win will keep us alive for at least a bye. Home field, we're gonna need a little help with that. Uh, but the Vikings could actually get in the playoffs before they take the field on Monday. Matter of fact, they could get in the playoffs 2 days before they take the field. The Rams play Saturday against the Niners. If the Rams lose, that's it for them. And the Vikings are automatically in. So again, a lot can be settled week 16. But it's going to be a fun week 16. You have some Saturday football, Texans, Buccaneers, Bills, Patriots, Rams, Niners. Um, you have the big Cowboys Eagles game on Sunday. And you have the Packers and Vikings as the Monday night season finale. And of course, for me personally, for fantasy football owners, it's playoff time. In certain formats, Week 16 is actually the championship. But I'm in 2 leagues, one of which I created. I'm in 2 leagues where Week 17 is the semifinals. The championship is next week, and I plan on going all the way. I plan on going all the way in both leagues. So that's my recap of Week 15. And to anyone watching, I say the next 2 weeks are going to be fun. They're going to be insane, and I suggest you enjoy responsibly. Don't get too riled up. And until next time.